वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णा प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः नमो नमः. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are joining. We have been covering in the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. It gives a synopsis of Bhagavad Gita. Synopsis at the beginning, and the 18th chapter is the summary of Bhagavad Gita. The synopsis in the first chapter, Arjuna was confused like most of us. We don't know where we are heading in our life, whether to do or not to, be or not to be. We are also confused in our life, most of us. Where we are heading, we don't know. We are just traveling in our life, most of us without any aim. And at times we ask the question whether where we are heading and whether it's a right direction or not a wrong direction, whether to do or not to do. Similar question haunts all of us, and this Arjuna was a classic example representing us in the first chapter. In the second chapter, Arjuna and he sided with that not to do, and he was sided with that one, whether to do or not. He was confused, and he decided, I won't do, I better sit and relax. And he sided with that one, and many of us, we are quick to withdraw from the battle of our life, and that is where Bhagavad Gita comes into play. And many times we withdraw ourselves, we will find so many excuses, so much of battle I have to fight, so much of opposition, people are resisting, people are negative against me, commenting and negative propaganda, and I am it's maybe hurting the sentiments of many people, and if I stand up in my company, what my employer will think and what my community will think, I better keep quiet and do what has been told by me, and I will do that one. And just to do what I been told, it is not karma yoga. People, they say, I work 9 to 5 or 9 to 7, whatever job has been assigned and whatever boss asked me to do, I do that one. And that doesn't classify as a karma yoga. Shri Krishna's definition of work is altogether different. Not working long hours, being busy in my life, it is not karma yoga. The definition of karma yoga is altogether different dimension, which I delve into deeper another dimension tomorrow in the class, and it's not the dimension. And Arjuna, in the whether we have a choice whether to do or not. Only two choices. You have to do on the right side. If I am not doing on the right, taking the right decision, siding with the right action, the other negative media, negative propaganda, negative people, whatever we are seeing in the social media, negative things will come and occupy our mind. Never allow your mind to be idle. Many people, they think, I don't know what I am doing. It's submissiveness, indecisiveness. I don't know that whether to do or not. I am so confused. Not doing is not the solution. If I am not doing, then negative will come and take over me. Always so many negative information floating around in the social media, they start making an impression on our mind, and we start thinking like that. And what Sri Krishna is saying, that not to allow yourself vacant mind. Do not keep your mind vacant. If you keep your mind vacant, negative things will come over, take over. So many negative propaganda, it will come and make an impression on you. You start thinking like that, and your life will be going downhill. Do not give an opportunity for that one. Do not keep your mind vacant. Fill it with positive and associate with positive things. In Arjuna, he says, I do not want to fight. Then Sri Krishna says, kutastvā kaśhmalamidaṁ, wake up. And he says, anārya-juṣhṭamaswargyam hṛidaya-daurbalyaṁ tyakto uttishta parantapa. If you are siding with the positive people, if you are associating with the good people, noble people, they will inspire you to excel. If you are associating with the negative people, they will also tell you the same. And for example, in Mahabharata, Duryodhana, he wanted, when Pandavas were in the forest in the first year, Kamya-kavana, he wanted to insult them and show off that he is a great king and he is enjoying. Look at you. He wanted to pinpoint at them, and he wanted to laugh at them, and he went with all his royal paraphernalia or all royal wealth. He went there. He wanted to taunt Pandavas. And at that time, the Gandharvas, he picked up a quarrel with the Gandharvas, and they tied him, and all his retinues ran away, including Karna also, closest friend. He ran away, he could not stay. And hearing that he has been taken away, and Yudhishthira came to know. One of the soldiers of Kaurava's side came and told Yudhishthira, your brother has been kept captive. Yudhishthira said, when it comes to the family, we are 5 plus 100, 105. When we are fighting between us, we are 5, they are 10, they are 100. But when it comes to our family, we are 105, and he requested Bhima to rescue them. Bhima went and rescued Duryodhana and dragged him in front of the Yudhishthira and put him. And Duryodhana, after that, he could not bear the insult. And bear the insult, he wanted to insult Pandavas, rather he was insulted in front of all the Pandavas, and Yudhishthira said, set him free, let him go. And after that, all the Shakuni and Karna, everyone came together once he was free, and Duryodhana said, I want to commit suicide, no point in living. I was so insulted, and in front of Pandavas I could not defend myself, no point in living. And he was in a similar situation as Arjuna. And Arjuna, here for Arjuna, Sri Krishna woke him up. And Duryodhana was so depressed. He said, I don't want kingdom, I don't want any royal throne, I want to I fast unto death. I will fast unto death, you go back, I don't want any kingdom. And hearing that, and however much they told, he could not be convinced. So that night, the negative forces, Kali, he was Duryodhana is representing Kali, and many negative forces, they went to Shukracharya and said, what happened? If Duryodhana commits suicide, dies, what will happen to us? We are all banking on him. Do something. And they created a negative, the negative, the energy, pishacha, it came and it took him in the middle of the night in front of there all the Rakshasas, and they said, "You are our king. What happened to you? Come and get up. And you are invincible. Stand up. We are supporting you." They supported him and they pushed him, they motivated him to come back and do wrong things. And same thing happens in Ramayana. When in Aranya-kanda, when Lord Rama killed all 14,000 Rakshasas, Kara and Dushana in Janasthana, and one of the Akampana went and told one of the surviving soldiers, went and told Ravana, "You go and steal. What happened to this one? You are here. You go and steal Rama's wife, Sita. You steal her." And Rama is so strong. Rama went to Janasthana where Maricha was there. Maricha said, "Are you mad? You don't know the power of Rama. I have seen the power of Lord Rama. He has killed the Tataka, my mother. I know the strength of Lord Rama. If you want to save yourself, better go back." Ravana went back. But Shurpanaka, Ravana's sister after that went, and she chided, "Aren't you ashamed to be called as a king? And you are so-called king, you are a useless king. You don't know what is happening in your territory. An enemy has come. It is a time you have to get up and do something." And so the Shurpanaka motivated Ravana to do all crimes. In our life also, if you are not keeping your mind occupied with the positive thing, always think good, think positive, associate with positive people. If you do not do, negative people come into your life and they will motivate you to go down in your life. This is a message. In here, Arjuna was fortunate to be in the company of Lord Shri Krishna. He motivated him to excel. And Duryodhana was in a company of negative people. They motivated him to go down. And the message of this one, we also should be in a company of good people. Whether we imbibe good or not, that at least be in a company of good people, always positive things will be coming to your ears. You won't go down. If you do not do, if you keep your mind vacant, blank, then negative energy, negative information, negative things will come into your life. They will drag you down in your life. Sañjaya uvācha tam tathā kṛipayāviṣhṭamaswru pūrṇākulekṣhaṇam viṣhīdantamidaṁ vākyam uvācha madhusūdana klaibyaṁ gamaḥ pārtha. Śrī bhagavān uvācha kutastvā kaśhmalamidaṁ viṣhame samupasthitam anārya-juṣhṭamaswargyam akīrti-karam arjuna klaibyaṁ gamaḥ pārtha naitat tvayyupapadyate kṣhudraṁ hṛidaya-daurbalyaṁ tyakto uttishtha parantapa. Arjuna uvācha katam bhīṣmaham saṅkhye dronanca madhusūdana ishubhi pratiyotsyami pūjārhāvari-sūdana ಗುರೂನ ಹತ್ವಾ ಹಿ ಮಹಾನುಭಾವಾನ್ ಶ್ರೇಯೋ ಭೋಕ್ತುಂ ವೈಕ್ಷ್ಮಮಪೀಹ ಲೋಕೆ hatvārtha-kāmāṁstu gurūnihaiva ಭುಂಜೀಯ ಭೋಗಾನ್ rudhira-pradigdhān ನ ಚೈತದ್ವಿದ್ಮಕತರನ್ನಗರೀಯೋ ಯದ್ವಾ ಜಯೇಮ ಯದಿ ವಾ ನೋ ಜಯೇಯುಃ ಯಾನೇವ ಹತ್ವಾ ನ ಜಿಜೀವಿಷಾಮ ತೇವ ಸ್ಥಿತಾ ಪ್ರಮುಖೇ ದಾತ್ರ ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಾಃ kārpaṇya-doṣhopahata-svabhāvaḥ पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म-sammūḍha-chetāḥ यश्श्रेयस्य निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं शाधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम् न हि प्रपश्यामि ममानुपद्यात् यच्चोकमच्चोषणमिन्द्रियाणां यत् शोक उच्चोषण इंद्रियाणम this shoka yat shoka this sorrow uchchoshana indriyanam all my senses this because of this sorrow all my senses are burning avapya bhūmāvasapatmam ruddham rājyam suranam apichādipatyam sañjaya uvācha eva muktva hṛshīkesham gudakeshah parantapa nayotsya iti govinda uktva tūṣņim babūvaḥ uktva tūṣņim babūvaḥ he became silent. Tūṣņim he became silent. Tamuvācha hṛshīkesha prahasanniva bharata. Our Yadunandanacharji, he was talking about Mahaprana. When you are saying Bharata, you have to press press there. Bha. It is not Bharata. In English, you can't differentiate. In Sanskrita, when you are saying Tamuvācha hṛshīkesha prahasanniva bharata senayor madhye viṣhīdantamidaṁ vachah. You come to the center to analyze, come to the center. You can't understand the truth because you are looking from only one side. For me, from my point of view, I see this one as a truth. But Shri Krishna says it may not be the ultimate truth. You are seeing from this point of view. From your point of view, you are arguing, but when the satya in your life is in search of truth. In search of truth, it is not from your point of view, the country where you are born from the point of view, religion where you are born from that one, it is not from the point of view, the family where you are born from, it is not that point of view. Shri Krishna says that you have to disengage yourself and you have to come to the center to understand the truth, higher truth. And God is called as Satya. Satya Dharma Parakrama. In Vishnu Sahasranama also talks about the Lord is called as Satya, and we may argue that why it is happening now, we are looking from this point of view. But we are seeing the situation, current corona situation from this 20 to 21. Only 2-year window we are seeing. We don't know the past. We don't know the future. And we are analyzing the things from the last 10 months, 12 months, 14 months point of view, from my country point of view, and for the 12 months, 14 months I am seeing. I don't know what has happened before. I don't know what is the future. What is the intention of the Lord? I don't know. I am so caught up in my point of view. I am so devastated, depressed. I am so focused looking from my point of view. And Sri Krishna reminds us, at any point of view, you have to disengage yourself and come to the center. Try to look from the God's point of view, not always from your point of view. What is the intention of the Lord? I am seeing this situation from this point of view as my existence in this world between this time, and I see this one as the ultimate truth. I don't know what is the future. I do not know the past. Sri Krishna says, the life is much more than what you think. However, maybe I am a double PhD, triple PhD, I am a scholar and everyone appreciate me as a scholar. But you don't know the truth. You have to come to the center. You have to move. Try to disengage. Disengage from your association, from the current association. Try to the center. Then you will be able to comprehend the higher truth, and you will be able to manage the situation better. Shri Krishna says, disengage yourself. That part, disengaging that part, it is called as vairagya. Raga means attachment. I am so attached to wherever I am from. I am so attached. Vairagya means this, because of this attachment, I am not able to come to the center. I am stuck to my point of view. I see and I post my views on the Facebook and WhatsApp and social media. I profess on that one. I only see that one. Shri Krishna says, your life is in search of truth. If you want the truth, if you want to realize the truth, if you want to realize the ultimate truth, you should know how to disengage yourself and try to come to the center. Try to see from the God's point of view. God's point of view. And Shri bhagavān uvācha aṣocyananvashocastvam prajñāvādansca bhāṣase gatāsūna gatāsūnsca nānuṣocanti panditāh natvevāham jātu nāsam natvam neme janādipā nachaiva na bhavishyāma sarve vayamatah param dehinosmi yatha dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara tathā dehāntara prāpti dhīrastatra na muhyati. Dhi means one having an illumined mind. Muhyati means will not lose hopes. And muhyati, do not go into depression. And dehinosmi yatha dehe, like I was a child, I was a youth, I was an adult, I become an old person. This cycle goes around. Now many people ask the question in the corona situation, why people are only 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, they are not old, how come they are dying? And it is, I understand, a person 80 years, 90 years dying, I understand. This person is only 40 years, 50 years. I can't understand why it is happening. And Sri Krishna says that from my point of view, this body is very young. This body has potential to live for another 40 years, 50 years. From this soul's point of view, from this jiva's point of view, the body has become already old. And it is just like the person hasn't died, the soul hasn't died. It has just, body has disappeared and it will take another body. And you are grieving that body has disappeared. Body, it is coming and going. Sri Krishna is putting another theory. Body is coming and going, but what is inside the body is changeless. And nothing can happen to the changeless. Only the body is coming and going. I am so attached to the form. I am so attached to that form, I can touch and I can feel. And Sri Krishna is trying to bring attention, try to go beyond the body concept, that soul is changeless. From the soul's point of view, from the jiva's point of view, from the soul's point of view, it is a journey. It is continuing the journey. Soul, it is just moving from one stage. It is playing the drama in this stage, and it will take the body and again start continuing the drama in another stage. From the soul's point of view, nothing has lost. And from this body point of view, body has gone. Sri Krishna is trying to shift our attention from the body oriented to the soul oriented. Like a child, youth, and it is going, so it is changing. The illumined person won't grieve for this one. Matra sparshāstu kaunteya.
Matra sparshāstu kaunteya.
Shītoshna sukha dukkadaha.
Shītoshna sukha dukkadaha.
Agama payino anitya.
Agama payino anitya.
Stam stitikshvastva bharata.
Stam stitikshvastva bharata.
My sorrow is because of my contact, my relative, my friend, my this one. Because of that, I am so attached. And matra sparshāstu, I feel the good time and bad time because of my contact. These are the changing things, changing season. And winter comes, winter months here in southern hemisphere, and northern hemisphere is a summer season. It is not, I can't say that winter should be gone, only summer should be there, or I can't say only the summer should be there, winter should not be here. I can't say, it's an anitya. These are the changing things. Stam stitikshva, endure. This endure is another definition of yoga. Yoga means endurance. You endure the challenges in life. Be stable, without grumbling, without complaining, endure. Yam hina vyatayante te.
Yam hina vyatayante te.
Purusham purushārshava.
Purusham purushārshava.
Samadukka sukham dhiram.
Samadukka sukham dhiram.
So amritatvāya kalpate.
So amritatvāya kalpate.
And the Purusham Purushārshava, he is addressing, Lord Krishna is addressing us as Purushārshava. Purusha Rishabha. Rishabha means a bull. Bull among the men. You are. Krishna is talking all of us. You are not ordinary. You have tremendous strength. Now if I open any social media, social platform, everyone is grieving, cringing, whinging and complaining. And how can, if everyone in the world is complaining, I should not jump into the pool and start complaining I also. As a yoga person, as you are listening to the Vasudeva Kriya Yoga, that you should not fall into the trap. You should not go into complaining, that is not right, this is not right. And try to be different. Don't plunge into the pool where everyone is complaining negative. Do not jump into that one. Try to be aloof, try to endure. Purushārshava. When everyone is doing that one, a yogi is the one, is unique. he or she is not like majority. Majority of people are like that. You have to stand out. Do not go into the crowd. If you go into the crowd, you get disappeared. You are no one. You get disappeared, you become no one. Yoga makes you special. You have to stand out. Stand out, not to get disappeared. You have to stand out. Shri Krishna says, Purusharshaba, bull among the men, not to be like an ordinary people, jumping into the pool, going into the crowd and screaming and yelling and getting dissipated. Do not become like that. You stand out. You become someone unique. That is the mark of a yogi. And further it talks about in the Bhagavad Gita, if everyone is going this way, every world is going this way, yogi goes in the opposite direction. Everyone is awake, yogi is asleep. Everyone is asleep, yogi is awake. Yogi is a unique quality that we have to acquire. The Bhagavad Gita is an art of man making. It wants you to become someone unique, someone special, not to get dissipated and get dissolved in the crowd. Shri Krishna wants you become a special. And nasato vidyate bhavo,
nasato vidyate bhavo,
na bhavo vidyate satah,
na bhavo vidyate satah,
ubayorapi drushtonta,
ubayorapi drushtva,
tanayostatvadarshibhihi,
tanayotatvadarshibhihi,
avinashita tadvidhi,
avinashitu tadvidhi,
yena sarva idam tatam,
yena sarva idam tatam,
vinasha avyayasyasya,
vinasham avyayasyasya,
na kaschit kartu arhasi,
na kaschit kartum arhati,
antavanta ime deha,
antavanta ime deha,
nityastokta sharirinaha,
nityasyoktā sharirinaha,
anashino aprameyasya,
anashino aprameyasya,
tasmat yudyasva bharata,
tasmād yudyasva bharata,
antavanta ime deha. There is an antavanta ime deha, nitya, though body is coming and going, anta ananta, and within that perishable body there is an ananta, the jiva, the soul is indestructible, sharirinaha, anashino aprameyasya, it is indestructible, you can't see that one with your gross eyes. Tasmat yudyasva bharata, you connect yourself to the changeless. You connect, for in the meditation also we talk about, if you contemplate only at the surface of the ocean, surface in the Life Sutra also I mentioned, Life Sutra book, if you do not have, you look at buy that one, and if the life in the life, if you are only looking at the surface of the ocean, always rough and always rough. But if you want a tranquility in your life, you have to dive deep, and when you go deep within, there you find stability and tranquility. Not to float only at the surface, you have to learn to go deep. Not to focus only on the body, changing body, try to go within, changeless. That is where the meditation is taking us. Try to connect. Your jiva is changeless. It is, the Supreme Lord who is there within that one, He is also changeless. Contemplate on the changeless rather than what is moving at the surface. And enam veti hantaram, yaschainam manyate hatam, ubhautau na vijanito, nayam hanti nahanyate. Again, yayenam veti hantaram, yaschainam manyate hatam.
यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम्.
Ubau tau na vijanito.
उभौ तौ न विजानीतो.
Nayam hanti na hanyate.
नायं हन्ति न हन्यते.
Those they think they have created this one, this havoc, and those who are thinking that because of them we are suffering, both do not understand. And it's Arjuna put the question, I do not know whether Kauravas should win or we should win, whether we should defeat and conquer Kauravas or Kauravas should conquer us, whether we should surrender to them or they should surrender to us. Shri Krishna says, those who think I am killing them, opponent, or I have been thinking we have been killed by them, both do not understand the truth. Na jayate,
न जायते
mriyate,
म्रियते
va kadachit,
वा कदाचिन्
nayam bhutva,
नायं भूत्वा
bhavita,
भविता
va na bhuyaha,
वा न भूयः
ajo nitya,
अजो नित्या
shashvata,
शाश्वता
ayam purano,
अयं पुराणो
na hanyate,
न हन्यते
hanyamane,
न हन्यमाने
sharire.
शरीरे.
And like our Yadunandana Acharji, he was talking about sa and yesha. Yesha means close thing, and sa is far away, and ayam, Shri Krishna is talking about ayam. One, it is within it's only close. Like yesha, this ayam, the closest one, he is pointing out, na hanyate hanyamane sharire. When the body drops, the one within, the closest, ayam, it is indestructible. It is na jayate. Jayate means the soul is not born. Na mriyate, it is not dying. Na ayam bhutva, na bhavita, na bhuyaha. Now it's past. In the past, it is not that it was not there, or in the future it will go. It is eternal. Aja means ja means pradurbhava, that being born. Aja, it is not born. Nitya, eternal. Shashvata, it's a permanent. Ayam, this it's the soul within. Purana, it is ancient. Supreme Lord, within that one is called as the most ancient person. And he is the most ancient, and he is the most youngest. He borns along with the latest whoever is born. He comes along with that one. He is the youngest and he is the oldest. This soul also is eternal. This jiva is eternal. The Supreme Lord also older than the oldest. When nothing was there, he was there. When everything is there, he is there. When the newest whoever is born at this moment, he also has come along with that one. He is the youngest. And that concept, he is the youngest, he is eternal. Na jayate mriyate va kadachit.
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्
Kadachit. Na jayate mriyate va kadachit.
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित्
Nayam bhutva naya bhavita va na bhuyaha.
नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः
Ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano.
अजो नित्य शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
Na hanyate hanyamane sharire.
हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
We have done up to here. Veda
वेदा
avinashinam
अविनाशिनं
nityam
नित्यं
ya
येन
yena aja
अज
avyayam
अव्ययं
katam sa
कथं स
purusha
पुरुष
pārtha
पार्थ
kam
कं
ghatayati.
घातयति.
That Mahaprana, our Yadunandana Acharji, he was talking about Mahaprana. Gha, you have to press. Ghatayati.
घातयति
hantikam
हन्तिकं
veda vinashinam nityam
वेदाविनाशिनं नित्यं
yayena aja avyayam
य एनम् अजमव्ययम्
katam sa purusha pārtha
कथं स पुरुषः पार्थ
kam ghatayati hantikam
कं घातयति हन्तिकम्
Veda means no, avinashinam, it is not destructible. We have come across in the corona season, many of our close friends would have gone, close relative would have passed away, and how to find a solace. Three options are there for me now in this situation. Three options. One is I go into depression and keep on complaining the system. This system, this country, this prime minister, keep on blaming. That is one option for me. Second option, blame this outside country or blame the God also. I have done so much of puja, I have done so much of charity, I have given so much of donation, I have done that one. There is no God. And in West Bengal, when I was there in Calcutta, one lady was saying that I don't believe in God. And how, if I am believing in God, how come my husband has died? She had an argument, God is not there, I don't believe. If the God was there, my husband would not have died. And that is the second option. One is go into depression and keep on blaming Prime Minister and surrounding. Second one is I don't believe in God, no more God. My religion is hopeless, my God is useless. And second one. Third option, what is left for me? Is these two are the options, do I want to take up? Or is there any third option? Third option, this situation. What is trying to say? What is trying to teach me? I am a traveler. The situation has put me in this one. How can I come out victorious? How can I handle this one? How things have gone beyond my control. The things, what is happening, nothing can happen without the knowledge of the Lord. I don't know His ultimate purpose. May I tune myself to His purpose. May His purpose be revealed to me in the current situation. How best I can contribute back to the society to motivate others. Majority of the population is going into depression. How can I add value to the society? I do not want to go into first two category. How can I, in the third category I want to be, and how can I add value to the society? In this critical time, everyone is crying and whinging and cringing. I do not want to become part of them. How can I add value to the society? In the difficult time, challenging time, how can I be different? That is where Sri Krishna is addressing, and how can you get that one, that strength? Reflect on this one, what Sri Krishna is trying to drive a message. The soul who has gone is eternal. Nothing has happened to them. They are continuing their journey. Only this life they are your father, in this life they are your mother, in this life their sister, wife, husband, and in the next life you don't know them. Even if you meet them, you don't realize. Only in this life they are your friends, they are your relative. In the past life you don't know who are, and in the next life if you meet, you won't recognize. For this, in the train, you are traveling together. When their destination has come, they have got off. Why grieve for that one? And be different. How can you stay positive and add value to others? Shri Krishna is saying, realize this one is eternal, soul is eternal, and yena aja, unborn, and is not subject to change. Avyaya, it is not subject to change, and it is not subject to destruction. How in that case, how anyone can kill that soul? Corona, how that soul, corona can kill that soul. One body only it has happened, nothing has happened to the soul. And Sri Krishna, in the current situation, Sri Krishna is making us to stay strong, stay focused, stay different, become different in the current situation and handle the situation like a leader. You become someone different, instill confidence in the community, instill confidence in the society, and be different, be differently different, not to become like an other people. Vasansi jirnani yata vihaya navani grihnati naroparani tathā sharirāni vihaya jirnani anyāni sañyāti navani dehi. Again, vasansi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grihnati naroparani tathā sharirāni vihaya jirnani anyāni sañyāti navani dehi. Like my shirt has become old, I throw this old cloth, I throw that one, I am not at all attached to this cloth. It has become old, I throw it. And vasansi jirnani, my cloth has become very old, I throw. And navani grihnati, and like I pick up a new cloth, navani grihnati naro uparani, I put on the new cloth. Now old cloth I had discarded, I put on the new cloth. Similar way, sharirani vihaya jirnani, for the soul indweller, you don't know. The indweller, one who is within the body, for that soul, this body has become old. For me, when I am throwing, if somebody is throwing a new cloth out, I may say, it is so good, why are you throwing? For me, it is still good, but for the wearer, it is old. I have already worn 3 times, I don't want to wear, I throw it. For the wearer, it is already old. For the outsider, I think it is still good, why I had to wear that one? And why I had to throw that one? And similarly, and tathā sharirāni, and in the soul, the one who is the wearer of that one, tathā sharirāni, and the soul thinks this body I can't get any more out of this body in this journey. In this journey, I want to change the track. For that, this body is not suitable. So, similarly, it just drops the body. Whatever is excuse. Maybe the corona is an excuse for the soul, or accident is an excuse, or some disease is an excuse, and it just drops the body and it continues the journey. From the soul's point of view, I change the cloth, wearer thinks it has become old, I don't feel like wearing, and I am going to a different occasion. This is useless. I throw that one. For the wearer, I know what is the old cloth. The soul knows what is the old body. It is not dependent on our vision. 70 years, 80 years, 90 years is the old body. For the soul within, it knows when the cloth has become old, it knows the body when it has become old. It just drops and walks out. No attachment, it just walks out. Tathā sharirāni anyāni sañyāti navani dehi, and it just drops and picks up another body and continues the journey. If that is the case, is there any point in grieving? Is there any point in grieving? And I'm just changing the cloth and I don't care about the world. This soul just drops the body and picks up another body and continues the journey. The soul doesn't remember what happened in the past life. Past body, it is not at all attached. It is continuing. Then what is the point in grieving? Shri Krishna is talking to Arjuna. You are thinking that you are killing them. Are you? You are fighting for a cause. Whatever you are doing, nainam chindanti shastrani,
Nainam chindanti shastrani,
nainam dahati pavaka,
Nainam dahati pavakaha,
nachainam kledayantyapo,
Nachainam kledayantyapo,
na shoshayati marutaha,
Shoshayati marutaha,
na enam. Again, na enam
Nayenam
chindanti is a mahaprana. Chindanti
chindanti
shastrani
shastrani,
nainam
Nainam
dahati
dahati
pavakaha
pavakaha,
nachainam
Nachainam
kledaya
kledaya
apo
apo,
na shoshayati
na shoshayati
marutaha.
marutaha,
Nainam, this na enam chindanti shastrani. This soul, it continues the journey. Nobody can touch it. Weapon cannot touch it. Weapon cannot cut it. You think with your arrow, how can you fight? Your Guru and Bhishma, with this arrow, your weapon cannot touch the soul. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavaka. This fire won't burn the soul. You may, in the crematory ground, you may lit up a fire. And last time I mentioned also, when I, along with my brother, when I, in the crematory ground, it's lit up the fire to my dear father 4 years back. And when I'm lighting up, this Sloka came to me naturally. This soul is eternal. The fire I'm putting, it is only for the body. Soul cannot be affected by the fire. Nainam dahati pavaka. Fire cannot burn that soul. Nachainam kledayantyapo. And what about the deluge? Water cannot wet that soul. Na shoshayati maruta. And this air, the air cannot dry it. The air cannot touch it. It is talking about the Pancha Mahabhuta, like weapon, the weapon we see, or water element, or a fire element, like Muladhara Chakra, earth element, or water element, Swadhisthana Chakra, water element, or Manipura Chakra, fire element, or Anahata Chakra, air element. These four element, whatever element is there, it cannot touch that one. Nothing, it cannot be touched. Nainam dahati pavaka. Again, nainam chindanti shastrani.
Nainam chindanti shastrani,
Nainam dahati pavaka.
Nainam dahati pavakaha,
Nachainam kledayantyapo.
Nachainam kledayantyapo,
Na shoshayati marutaha.
Shoshayati marutaha,
Achedyo
Achedyo
ayam
ayam
adahyo
adahyo
ayam
ayam
akledyo
akledyo
ashoshya
ashoshya
evacha.
evacha.
Shya, that is, in Sanskrita there are three, sa, sha and sha. Three are there. In Tamil language only they say only sa is there. Other two are not there. This is the third one. Sa, sha and sha. Sha, you have to say the third one. The ashoshya evacha.
Ashoshya evacha.
Nitya.
Nitya.
Sarvagata.
Sarvagata.
Sthanu.
Sthanu.
Achala.
Achala.
Ayam.
Ayam.
Sanatanaha.
Sanatanaha.
Ayam. Again, It is Sri Krishna is saying, the closest one, your soul, Sanatana, within that Supreme Lord, eternal, Sanatana. And we do not say, and many people they talk about Hinduism. I don't, if some people they say Hinduism, I don't generally agree with that one, that word. Hinduism, it is coined by Persians. They could not say Sindhu, people living on the other side of the river, they called it as Hindu. Sindhu has become Hindu. And they, instead of Sapta, they say Hafta. In many, Hafta. Sa they replace with Ha, and they say as people on the other side living are called as Hindus. And I generally do not agree with that one. If somebody says, I am not a Hindu, I say it is called as Sanatana, eternal thoughts. One who is associated with the eternal thought. Eternal, the soul is eternal. Our Samskriti is eternal. It is not coined by Britishers or Persians are talking about Hindu. It is, we are from Sanatana. Our dharma is Sanatana. Achaloyam Sanatana. This soul, Shri Krishna says, Sanatana. This soul is Sanatana, and this soul, Shri Krishna talks, Achedyo. Its a weapon cannot cut. Adahyo, dahana, fire cannot burn. Ashoshya, akledyo, wet, water, it cannot be wet. Ashoshya, it cannot be dried. Nitya, it is Nitya, eternal. Sarvagata, and Sri Krishna is talking about within that one, the Supreme Lord, Sarvagata. He is eternal, He pervades everywhere. Supreme Lord is pervading everywhere, and this, the one is within the soul. When the Supreme Lord is everywhere, nothing can happen without His knowledge. Nitya, Supreme Lord is eternal. This Jiva is also eternal. Sarvagata, Supreme Lord pervades everywhere. But Jiva, difference between the Jiva and the Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord has a pervasiveness, pervades everywhere. Jiva is confined to a place, confined to this body. The Jiva in your body is different to Jiva in my body. But the Supreme Lord in my body and your body is the same. The Jiva in my body and Jiva in other person, it's a different Jivas, different souls. They are traveling. But the Supreme Lord within the Jiva is Sarvagata, Sthanu, unchangeable, Achaloyam, permanent, and it's a Sanatana. It is not, it's indestructible and eternal. Again, Achedyo ayam, Adahyo ayam, Akledyo, Ashoshya evacha, Nitya sarvagatastano, Achaloyam sanatanaha. And 4 shlokas repeat again. Today we learned Veda Vinashinam Nityam Yaena Aja Avyayam Katam Sa Purusha Partha Kam Gatayati Hantikam Vasansi Jirnani Yata Vihaya Navani Grihnati Naroparani Tathā sharirāni vihāya jirnāni Anyāni sañyāti navāni dehi Nainam chindanti shastrāni Nainam dahati pāvakaha Nachainam kledayantyapo
क्लेदयन्त्यापो
न शोषयति मारुतः
न शोषयति मारुतः
अच्छेद्यो अयम् अदाह्यो अयम्
अच्छेद्यो अयम् अदाह्यो अयम्
अक्लेद्यो अशोष्य एव च
अक्लेद्यो अशोष्य एव च
नित्यः सर्वगतस्ताणो
नित्यः सर्वगतस्ताणुर्
अचलोऽयं सनातनः
अचलोऽयं सनातनः
वसुदेवसुतं देवं
वसुदेवसुतं देवं
कंसचाणूरमर्दनम्
कंसचाणूरमर्दनम्
देवकी परमानन्दं
देवकी परमानन्दम्
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्